what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Going to Blue Dude. And hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I do college football videos every single day and sometimes college basketball videos, especially when March Madness rolls around. Don't forget to go ahead and check out my Patreon page. We have a much wider selection over there. And don't forget about my PayPal contest. The person with the highest donation at the end of this month wins a brand new 42-inch Roku Smart TV. But on this one, I'm talking about West Virginia. I'm a West Virginia fan, but I talk all of college football and basketball. But on this one, I am addressing Mountaineer Nation, and it's not going to be a good one. It is not going to be a good one. And this doesn't, I'm not encompassing everybody. I know there's a few loose screws out there, crazy fans, idiots, to be honest with you, and it's getting on my nerves. So, West Virginia, yes, we're having a little bit of a rough basketball season. I knew at the beginning of this season that this was going to be a rebuild season. We lost a lot of talent from last year's team, but then they started off the season 13-2. Got my hopes high, and now they've struggled in the Big 12. But that's okay. I kind of expected this at the beginning of the season. It's tough. Losing sucks. I get it. But sending personal messages, number one, to our players, number two, to their girlfriends, is flat out ridiculous and uncalled for. And it makes the rest of us who don't do that crap look stupid too, because you claim to be a West Virginia fan. That is not what West Virginia fans do. You're not a West Virginia fan. I don't care how much West Virginia gear you wear, how many games you go to, how much money you spend on West Virginia merchandise. When you do crap like that, you're not a West Virginia fan. I'm going to say it right now. You're not. I don't claim you. We don't claim you. The team doesn't claim you. The university doesn't claim you. We condemn you. Stop that crap. So one person, I'm not mentioning names because they don't deserve credit. So one person decided to send Taz Sherman a message through Twitter saying he wasn't worth anything. He wasn't going to play professional, not going to make any money, enjoy these last few games, blah, 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 blah. Moron, you probably haven't played basketball a day in your life. Not one single day. Guess what? I have. Yeah, that's right. I played basketball when I was in high school. Won 2 high school championships, 1 church league championship. So I know how to play basketball, and I know how tough it is, and I know the pressure, and I know game situations. I didn't get recruited by college, so that's a whole different ball game. I mean, even the pressure in high school, it gets really up there. I can't even imagine the pressure that goes on in college basketball. Neither can you. Shut your freaking mouth. You really have no idea what you're talking about. You really don't, because your comment was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. It really was. Like, you cannot be a fan and do crap like that. And on top of that, another idiot fan decided to DM Jalen Bridges' girlfriend. That's bottom of the barrel crap right there. Like, that's inhuman. You should be investigated and locked up for harassment, for personal attacks, because that is ridiculous. You think you're being cute out there. You think that you're showing a hardcore fan mentality and going after the players. No, what you're doing is you're running off players. You're running off potential talent. How do you expect Bob Huggins to do his job when you're running everybody off? And then you want to complain about the coaches, oh, they're not using the transfer portal, blah. Nobody wants to come to West Virginia with stupid fans like you. You got to do your part too. Everybody, you're pointing fingers. They didn't do their job. And then you do something stupid yourself as a fan. Think about it. And the thing is, I'm a West Virginia fan, and of course, the morons that send those messages get brought to light, and the rest of us get lumped in. So because of your stupidity, now people are going to look at me as a West Virginia fan and think that I'm a moron too. So I appreciate that as well, you moron. And by the way, I have live shows, and if you want to email me, I always leave my email in the description of this video. So feel free to email me, and I'll give you the call-in show number, and you can talk to me directly, man to man. See, that's the problem with people these days. They want to hide behind their keyboards. They want to hide behind their phones. But when it comes to face-to-face things, they back up. They're nowhere to be found. So if one of you morons that are sending these DMs see this video right here, send me an email. I'll give you the call-in show number, and it's this evening, 8 p.m. I freaking dare you to call in. I freaking dare you. People act like they're so big, bad, and tough, behind the keyboard and behind their phones, but really, they're just morons with no lives and nothing better to do than to attack people because they're insecure about themselves. That's what this is about. You're insecure about yourself, so you project it and you try to tear other people down. Because that's how it goes. When somebody's insecure, what they do is they try to tear other people down to make themselves feel better. So congratulations, we know your insecurities now. But you got to stop, because the rest of us suffer too. And the rest of Mountaineer Nation is going to be looked down upon because of idiots like you. How do you expect West Virginia to recruit if those recruits see these DMs, and you better believe they're seeing them? Oh, I don't want anything to do with that fan base. I don't want to get attacked. So I don't even know what you were trying to accomplish with that. Because, number one, it's stupid, it's immature, and it should be criminal. You need to be in jail, to be honest with you. You should be in jail, because that's insanity. Where's common sense these days? I don't understand it. That common sense doesn't exist anymore. I don't get this. Social media, it has turned into a disease, has turned into a weapon. People attack people over the internet, and it makes them feel tough. It makes them feel like they have power. It makes them feel like they're strong. No. You don't have power. You're not strong. You're nothing. When you do stuff like that, you are nothing. And you should apologize to Taz. You should apologize to Jalen Bridges' girlfriend and whoever else you've attacked. You should issue apologies and state, I was out of line. I am so sorry. I will never do this again. I learned my lesson. That's what you should do. I try to use my platform to just talk about sports, because this is what I love to do. College football, my number one. But I also like college basketball, so I keep up with that as well. So the goal of this channel was just to talk about football. But whenever I see issues like this, I have to talk about this as well, because it has to be brought to light and it needs to be shut down. They need to be muted. Whoever sent that, Twitter needs to shut them down. That needs to be done away with. I don't understand. How are they getting away with this crap? They need to be prosecuted and sent to jail. And these guys are pouring their heart and soul into this. Jalen Bridges just had one of his best games of the year. Taz Sherman leads the team in scoring. He is the leader of this team, and you're attacking them. That doesn't make any sense. This has got to stop. And it's not just basketball. It happens in football as well. I mean, you get onto these players, and then they enter the transfer portal. Man, there must be something wrong with West Virginia. We had a high number of players hit the transfer portal this year. Yeah, you ran them off. You talk trash to them. What do you think is going to happen? You act like you want them to go, and then you're like, oh, there's something wrong with West Virginia. All these, like, it's a catch-22 in your mind. Just stop. Just stop. Here's the thing. We're all emotional after losses. That's a fact. I get mad after losses. It happens. But here's the thing. Take a breath. Don't react immediately after a loss, because that's when you say something that you're going to regret. And if you don't regret doing that, then there is something wrong with you. So one of two things. You say something and then you regret it. Oh man, I wish I hadn't said that. Or you're one of them lunatics where you actually didn't regret what you said. In that case, you need help. Go get help, because this is extreme. This is nonsense. It's got to go away. Otherwise, West Virginia could tumble into oblivion because fans are going to run off players. That's exactly what you're doing with these stupid DMs. You're directly messaging them. It's not even a social media post. You're directly sending a message to them. That is ridiculous. That is stalkish, and it should be criminal, and you need to be in jail and think about what you did, because that's nonsense and you need to cut it out. Time to grow up. Yes, this is a game, and I get it. You're upset. You're a fan. Well, you claim to be a fan, although real fans don't do this. But we all get upset over losses. But you can't react like this. You can't react like this. And finally, I want to end this video with this right here. Somebody make sure that the players on the West Virginia basketball team get this video. I don't care how it gets done. Make sure it gets done. Taz, Jalen, everybody else. Because I want to say this. Taz Sherman, Jalen Bridges, I apologize. I sincerely apologize for the lunatics that are harassing you. I really do. That's not right at all. You guys pour your heart and soul into this basketball program. And I, for one, appreciate it. I'm not going to sit here and say that losing is awesome and great. It sucks. Yes, it does. But I understand. I'm a former basketball player myself. I get it. I understand. And I sincerely apologize. And I hope those morons that sent you those messages apologize too, because that was uncalled for. And I really, really hope that you leave West Virginia with a good taste in your mouth, not a bad taste. Try to forget about these morons that did this to you. I know it's crazy. It's going to be difficult, but please try and remember the good that is in West Virginia. We love you, and we hope that you succeed with the rest of your life. Because once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer. Let's go Mountaineers, baby. Anyways, that's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.